travel mode. So we'll just do quick introductions. I'll introduce myself briefly. I'll introduce Brooke and let her talk about herself. And then we're going to get to the main kind of dish of the presentation, which is Brooke going over and teaching you some carry-on packing secrets. And then we're going to have our giveaway at the end. So you're going to want to stick around for that. You have a chance to win one of our carry-on kits, which is worth over $500 and has our top 3 items, which I think Brooke has all of them in the kit, I'm pretty sure. And then we have like a special bonus offer, and then we'll open up Q&A for any questions. So you'll notice there's a chat and then there's Q&A. So chat is just to like for comments and other things that kind of come up. Q&A is definitely if you have specific questions about the content that Brooke is talking about or anything else, put them in there. It's just a little bit easier for us to get to those questions. Sometimes the chat gets very busy, so questions get lost in there. So, all right. So let's get going. So I'm Christy. If you haven't come here through Encircled, I'm the founder and CEO of Encircled. Encircled, it started off actually as a travel clothing brand. So that's how Brooke and I originally met. It started with a broken suitcase. I was packing for Costa Rica and I decided instead of pursuing a management consulting career, I was going to become a fashion designer and design this multi-way 8-in-1 piece called the Chrysalis Cardi, which we still have today in our collection. And I was really inspired by the idea of traveling light and being stylish and comfortable at the same time. I just found a lot of the clothing that I had for travel was either too casual for work, and I did a lot of business travel, or it wasn't that comfortable for long-term wear or lounging in the hotel or wherever I was staying. So since then, we've kind of morphed a little bit. We still have a lot of travel forward pieces, but we're really all about like traveling light and living light. So for those of you that have had some introductions to carry-on travel, you start to realize that you don't need 8,000 things in your closet. You can really live life with a more refined wardrobe because we're not typically wearing about 80% of our wardrobe, which is why traveling light is such a great experience for everybody to try in their carry-on. So that's what Encircled. We're at encircled.ca on our website, and then encircled_ on Instagram if you want to tag us throughout this, or tag me at Christy Sumer. I'd love to meet you or connect with you after this. So that's me. So now I'm going to introduce Brooke. So Brooke, as I mentioned, is the founder of the highly successful travel website, herpackinglist.com. Over the past decade, we were just talking about this, Brooke founded this in 2010, which is just so incredible to me that she has been doing this for that long and producing such high quality content. It's really that premier site for packing lists and travel gear. So anytime I'm going anywhere and I need a packing list, I know she's going to have something on there specifically for like Costa Rica in the winter. Like she's going to have like the exact thing I need. The site has over 200 packing lists for destinations across the globe, hundreds of travel product reviews, and a ton of packing tips and hacks to get you organized. I know Brooke is an ultra light traveler, so I carry on light, but I know she goes in like a 12-liter handbag for 3 weeks. So I think we are going to see some amazing information tonight, and I'm looking forward to traveling a little bit lighter after this as well. So I will turn this over to Brooke. I'm going to go off camera, but I will be available in the questions and chat if you need me. So over to you, Brooke.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that introduction. I'm going to share a slideshow with you all as I give you some of my secrets. So let me find it here. Give me just a moment. And let me present that full screen. All right. Okay. All right, everyone, welcome and thank you for tuning in today for this webinar all about the secrets of traveling carry-on only. Okay, so if ever there was a time to pack less, it is now. If ever there was a time to focus on your packing, it's now. Too many luggage issues in the past year happening at airports around the world, too many airlines charging more for baggage in general. It's time to change the way that you pack, right? And attempt to go at least carry on only. It will make your travel life easier. And it's not just about the weight of physical stuff. It's about the mental weight as well. It's about your freedom. All right. Okay. So freedom when you're traveling. All right. So Before I go further, I just kind of want to introduce myself again so you understand a bit more about why I can actually stand here and talk about this with you. So, I'm Brooke. I am the founder of Her Packing List. It's a site that helps women to pack light and travel confidently. I have been running this site for over a decade now. Crazy, right? So, I also teach women how to travel super ultra light in my signature course handbag packing masterclass, like packing in a handbag. Okay, think about it. It's pretty crazy, but it's based off my ability to travel pretty light in teeny tiny bags that some would classify as a handbag size, like it's something that they would carry just in normal life, right? So now I want to know about you. What is your packing goal? Okay. I want to know when it comes to packing, what are you hoping to achieve and really, really visualize it? Okay. So, how do you look and feel? What size bag is it? Let me know. What luggage are you carrying? Okay. So, I'm going to go back here so I can take a look at the chat and see. Um, what you're all sharing. Okay. So let me know, what is your packing goal? Okay. Carry on only in a 30-liter Matador seg bag. Yes, backpack. Carry on only. Medical equipment to fit on carry on. Carry on only for, oh my gosh, this is great. This is great. Never. There's so many of them. I can't even keep up. 3 weeks Europe, carry on only. All right. Carry on. One check-in bag and what was that I can lift. Yes, 35-pound max and one little backpack. Yes, so good. All right, but really, really visualize it. Don't just say carry on only if you can. Think about actually like what size bag or the bag itself. Like visualize it. I want to know, how do you feel if you're able to reach this goal? Australia winter to Canadian summer, 3 weeks backpack. All right, this is fun. I love seeing this. So many different goals. I want to be excited about the pieces I pack, but not overpack. That's a good one. I like that too. Carry on for 3 weeks. Christy, good one. Less stress and anxiety over packing. Oh my goodness. Yes, less stress. That's what we all want. Perfect. Okay, so now for the $1,000,000 question. All right. You all have put in your packing goal, and I want to know, how many of you believe that you can achieve that goal? All right. You are putting, what you want. How many of you actually believe that you can achieve it? Yeah. Deidre, yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness, it's so good. You guys are a step ahead of the game. Got a few people saying, I'm not sure. I do believe. Oh, so good. Have done, but shoes are still an issue. Shoes. I know. I want to believe. Okay. You will get there. You will get there. All right. So just so you know, everyone, I believe that you all can achieve this goal. Whatever goal you have, you can achieve it. All right. I know you can. 100% you can. Okay. You just have to want it. If you want this, you will make it happen. Okay. So just know that I believe in you, and it's totally possible. Now let me go back to my slideshow here. All right. So I already did that. Okay. So secondly, if you feel like it is just too hard, okay, if you have struggled with this in some way, or if you've tried to reach like a goal where you've packed smaller and then you give up halfway, or maybe you start packing carry on only and you just say, oh my gosh, I'm just going to check it. I can't handle it. If you feel like it's too hard and too stressful, I want to show you something right here. Okay, this is you now. This is you feeling like super stressed out with your bag, trying to get it to carry on only. Okay, and this is where you want to be. This is you when you have reached your packing goal, when you are going carry on only, or maybe even less than carry on only. All right, this is you feeling super confident with what you have chosen and what you have packed. All right, so this is you now. This is where you all want to be. Okay. In between here and there, there is something called the river of misery. All right. Oh man. Okay. So I just heard this on a podcast last week, the Screw the 9 to 5 podcast, and they were talking about the river of misery. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is so relatable for everything. Okay. So the river of misery is the section between where you are and where you want to be. And that is where you are undergoing so much change and growth, but it's super uncomfortable and it's super hard to wade through it. All right. It takes so much work to get from here to there. And it happens for any period of transformation and change in life. Okay. That can be, if you're trying to, start a business, if you're trying to develop a healthy lifestyle, anything like that, like you have to go through something so uncomfortable and hard to get there. So I'm telling you this because I want you to know that if it's hard, it's normal. Okay. It shows you in a way that you're kind of on the right path, because you won't have a different result if you're not doing something different. And change is super uncomfortable. You have to remember that. So if you've been struggling with this, just know that it's all right. Okay. It tells you that you're attempting something and you're going to, make changes, try stuff that is new, and learn what works and what doesn't for you. Okay. Now, I also want you to know that it does take work. Okay. It 100% takes work to achieve your packing goals. It really does. So, a mindset shift is also necessary to keep you going on your journey. And you have to remember that, and you have to think differently about how you're packing. Okay. Because mindset's key. Mindset is really, really important. And I know that it doesn't sound like, the sexy packing tip that you're hoping for. It's really about changing the way that you think about packing. And I've been doing this for over a decade. And I can tell you straight up that mindset is like the thing that's going to make or break your packing light game. All right. So, why is mindset that important? Why is it so important? Why am I stressing it right now? Because the hard and fast packing tips won't matter if you don't have the belief and the confidence that what you're doing actually works. Okay. If you don't believe that these tips work and that you'll be okay with less, you're going to listen to that what if voice in your head, and you're going to double the size of your luggage by the time you're heading to the airport. All right. So, mindset. Now, because of this, I feel like I'm going to do things a little bit differently today. I'm going to, give you some of those hard and fast packing tips, of course, but I'm also going to give you some tough love. It's what I'm really good at. So I'm going to, give you some tough love packing tips. I probably should have called this like tough love tips that will help you to pack light. All right. Okay, so let's get on with this. So obviously the first secret, which is not really a secret, I've already talked about it. Packing light takes work. Okay, this is tough love tip 1. Packing light takes work. We are not taught how to pack light as kids, and we do not take a class in school that teaches us about packing for trips. And everything that we see around us, it's pretty much overpacking, and it's shown as the norm. That's what we're modeling. Okay. We're modeling overpacking. So you have to really set some time aside and actually do the work. I know. No one wants to do the work, but you gotta. So you can take a course if you want to, that can help. But the good news is, if you are here and you are following Encircled, you are already like one step ahead of the game. All right. So if you are thinking about sustainability and you're thinking about creating like versatile, minimal wardrobes at home, well, it's pretty much the same thought process for packing light. Like, you want to pack things that give you more value and versatility in the items that you bring with you on your trip. Okay. So you're already getting into the right mindset here. You're already kind of doing the work. Okay. So thumbs up to you all. Double good news is that once you do the work, Once you get to the other side of the river of misery, it's so much easier to like maintain it. Once you figure out a system that works, you don't need to like start from the beginning. You just tweak it depending on your trip. Okay. So you've already done most of the work and then you just make small changes. You're on the other side of the river of misery. So think of the time that you put into doing the work as an investment in your future trips, all of them. Okay. Okay. So secret number 2, there is always more than one way to do something. There's always more than one way to do something. And this is probably my favorite packing light tip, secret, whatever. We often think that the way that we do things is just the way that we do things. It's the way that it is. Okay. But that's actually probably not the case. We pack things because we think that's what we're supposed to pack, or we pack in a certain way because that's how it's done. But it's time to get creative. And creativity is like one of my favorite things to discuss when it comes to packing light. It will help you to really think outside the box and try different things. Okay. Just like getting creative with your, your encircled versatile pieces like the chrysalis cardi, getting creative with that. Like it's the same sort of thing I want you to think about with everything. If you are struggling with something when packing, I want you to stop and ask yourself, is there another way to do this? And you might surprise yourself, okay? So look at everything, even the things that you think are set in stone. So one thing I can show you for this is, you might go to the shops and you might buy a travel size deodorant and it's like this big. And you think, well, it's travel sized. It says it's travel sized. I'm going to pack it. It's travel sized. Okay. So not long ago, I was given these travel size is what they told me, natural deodorants to test out. All right. And it's right here. It's this big, it's quite large. But they said it's travel friendly. So you might just go ahead and pack it and think, well, that's it. Well, it turns out that this deodorant is actually more like a cream paste. And when you rub it into your skin, it kind of turns like silky, powdery. It's quite nice. So what I have done is I've actually repackaged this into a teeny tiny container like this. And this is 16 days of like double duty, because I do like to like freshen up, multiple times a day usually. But I think this actually is more like 3 weeks of deodorant in this little container. Okay. So there is always more than one way to do something. And if you do this to like all areas of your packing, you're going to make big change and it's going to be so easy. Okay. Okay. All right. Secret number 3 is you need way less clothing than you think, like way less. All right. So just to kind of put it into perspective, someone that had taken my packing class, they went on a 2-week trip to Europe and they packed in a 17-liter bag. All right. Just to give you an idea of the size, a carry-on suitcase might be more like the 40-liter range. Okay, so she had 17 liters. That's like a day bag. Okay, and she still overpacked. She still came home with clothing that went unused. Okay, so you need way less clothing than you think. Okay, so the hard and fast tips are, for any trip, 1 week of clothing max. 1 week's worth of clothing. All right. That is, any length of trip, no more than that. If your trip is 2 weeks, you just wash and rewear things the second week. Okay. Hard and fast tip. If you can get into the habit of hand washing certain items as you go, you will also be able to pack less and, still have clean clothes. Okay. And then finally, versatile pieces. So important. And I'm going to point out some of the versatile encircled pieces soon, so you can see how they will benefit your minimal wardrobe. Okay. All right. What's happening in the chat? Yes, the no pong deodorant. Yes, about the deodorant. That's great. Yes. All right. Next secret. Every little bit adds up. Okay. Every little thing, every little change that you make, it makes you one step closer to your goal. Okay. So don't overlook any area of your packing. Get ruthless if you need to. Reevaluate it all. It's super important when you're trying to pack light. Okay. So just to give you an example, in one of my coaching calls in my membership recently, I was chatting with someone about their upcoming trip, and we immediately got them to mark off a pair of shoes, an extra pair of shoes that they didn't really need. Okay. So, yes, right there. So we got her to ditch the extra pair of shoes. And I was like, great, you're on your way. And she's like, but that's not going to get my bag to fit underneath the seat in front of me. And I said, no, not on its own. It's not. But if you do that same thing to every area of your packing, those changes are going to add up. So do not overlook anything, okay? Just stick with it. Be ruthless. Think critically about everything that you are packing, okay? Okay, there we go. All right, secret number 5. Develop tunnel vision. I want you to put on your blinders, okay? Put on your blinders when you are packing. If your goal is carry-on only, that's it. That's your only option, okay? I want you to put on your blinders for anything else. And I want you to consider, what if checking a bag wasn't even an option, all right? If you could not even check a bag, it was not even a possibility, what are you going to do? You're going to make carry-on work. You will figure out a way. You will evaluate your belongings. You will prioritize things accordingly, and you will pack in that carry-on. Okay. So in the same thing for any type of packing goal that you had, what if the smaller bag was the only bag that you owned? You had no other bag to pack in, What if the packing list you created a week before your trip was the only list of items that you could actually put in your bag? That might help you to keep those what if thoughts at bay. Those what if thoughts that say, oh, what if something else happens? And then before you know it, you've added in 20 more things. Okay. So put on your blinders. Don't look at other options once you've set your goals. Don't look at people around you who have oversized bags, and don't look at other bags. Okay. All right. Let me check on the chat here. Okay, cool. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to help you build up your packing light confidence, because this is super important. You have to be confident about packing light, or else you're never gonna go smaller, or you might just end up, checking a bag. You have to feel confident about what you're doing. Okay. So obviously, the more experience you have traveling and packing light, the more confident you will become. But what can you start doing right now that can help you to fill up your confidence meter towards packing light? All right. So for this, we're going to utilize 3 types of confidence boosters. Okay. And that is tools, data, and results. Okay. So these 3 types of things can help you to feel more confident about something that you are attempting to accomplish. All right. So I'm going to give you one thing from each category that you can start doing today. And remember, I try to look at this all as holistically. Like, it's mindset, it's also packing tips, it's tools, it's data, and it's getting results. Okay. All right, so from the tools category, what I mean by this is having the right gear is like having the right tools. When you have the right gear, packing light's going to feel easy. Okay. So in this category, what I would like for you to start doing today is to seek out one piece, just one, of convertible or reversible clothing. Okay. Doesn't need to be a whole bunch of things, but at least one. You don't have to buy it, but you can. But just research it. Find one piece of convertible or reversible clothing that works for you. All right. And then when you can actually incorporate that into your minimal wardrobe, you're going to feel so much more confident because you have the tools that help you to have more options and you can travel with less. Okay. So you need to pick out the thing that moves the needle for you though. Okay. So let me show you with some encircled items how this can help you. All right. Okay, so we all know the chrysalis cardi, which is the scarf that you can wear in multiple ways. So you can have it as like a cape, you can have it as a dress, you can have it as a cardigan, you can even wear it as a skirt. All right, so this one item can do so much for you. It is versatile. So let me give you an outfit. Let's say we are wearing this outfit. Move these over here. Okay, let's say you have the chrysalis cardigan as a scarf, you have some sort of pants or leggings on, you have a tank top, and you have a cardigan as well on top of it. This is a great travel day outfit. It's super comfortable. It gives you layers. You can feel like you'll have warmth on the plane, but you can also take things off and feel cool. Okay, so great option to travel with. Now let me show you all the outfit variations you can get with this single outfit. So we got the main one that we're traveling in. You can just do the tank top with the pants. You can do the tank top pants with the cardigan. You can do the cape with the tank top and the pants. You can do the cardigan with the tank top and pants. The dress, and this is a great time to wash your travel leggings or pants. You can do the dress with the cardigan, tank top, you get the point. Okay, so you have all of these variations off of that single outfit. Okay, because you have a versatile convertible piece of clothing incorporated. All right, so great one for travelers. Okay, then you have the encircled evolve top. And so this top you can wear with the flutter sleeve, I believe, a cap sleeve, sleeveless. You can do each of those backwards. So you have the boat neck instead of the cowl neck. You can also do off shoulder. You can do so many things. You can be creative with it. But we're going to say this is like 6. Okay, we'll just say 6 variations of this top. Okay, let's go back to our initial travel outfit. Let's replace the tank top with the evolve top. Okay, that's great. But the fun thing is that every time the evolve top is involved, you get 6 variations of that outfit. It multiplies it. Your possibilities are multiplied. Yes, they're tiny variations, but when you're traveling with less, those little things can make you feel like, you have more. All right. You're not just wearing the same thing. Okay. We have the revolve dress, which is fun. It has the ability to be worn like a top, a tunic, or a dress, back to front, so cowl neck or boat neck, so 6 looks. I did not put this into the original outfit to show you, but I think you get the idea here. Really great for travel, very versatile. And then you have the encircled everyday twist top, which I'm actually wearing right now, open, but it's like a top like this. You can wear it open like a cardigan. You can wear it like a short cardigan. You can do back to front, so it's like a top, and you can tie it off as well. So let's just say 5 variations from the single top. Amazing. If you replace the cardigan in our original outfit with this, right here, just imagine it's 5 variations from the single item. Each outfit that it's shown in can have 5 variations. So I think you get the point. I think you get the picture. You can see how your options quickly multiply when you have a piece of convertible clothing, and you only need just one to really make a difference. And that's going to give you some packing light confidence. All right. Oh, so much going on in the chat. Great. All right, so that is the data, or that is the tools category. You have the tools, it'll help you to pack light. Let me move on to the data category. All right, when you have the actual data to back up your packing, it adds to your confidence if you have the data to back up your choices. Okay, so what I want you to do, what I want you to set up and start doing from now on from today is track how your packing went when you return home. Okay, so set something up today, like a spreadsheet or a notebook, a dedicated notebook, just a sheet of paper, something where you can actually track how your packing went. And it can be really simple. You just write down at the end of a trip what worked, what didn't, and what went unused. All right. Now, how will this help? Well, when you see the patterns taking shape over time, like you didn't use this item and you packed it on your last 3 trips, well, you can say next time, I don't ever use it. I'm not going to pack it. It gives you the data, it gives you the proof that gives you the confidence to pack in a certain way. All right. So start tracking that. It's super important. All right. If you want, I have created an editable PDF. So you can actually get this download. You can edit it on your computer. You can print it off and write it out by hand as well. It's for you. Just put your email in on this page, herpackinglist.com/pro, and I will send it to you via email. Okay. If that works better for you. All right, so that's the data. Start working on that. It's super important, super important. And finally, results. When you see a result from taking action, that's going to give you the motivation and the confidence to continue on your packing light and carry on only journey. All right, so I want you to have a quick win here. I want you to focus on one small area of your packing and minimize it or declutter it, whatever you need to do. Minimize or declutter one small thing, one small area of your packing. Maybe it's your toiletry kit. Maybe it's your medical kit. Just something little, make a change, see how you can minimize it. All right. Now, it doesn't just have to be something in your travel life, because I want you to have a quick win. You can actually minimize or declutter one small thing in your daily life as well. So you can minimize, like downsize your handbag or your daily carry bag. You can clean out your closet. You can declutter a drawer in your dresser or your desk. Okay. But I want you to do something soon that gives you the action and the result. So you take action, you see the result. And, it's just super important that you get those results. And even the home stuff will work. It will work and help you with your packing. I know, but it activates the same area of your brain that you're activating when you are trying to pack light and to live with less. It works the same muscle. So they go hand in hand. Like when people take my packing class, they often come out of it trying to minimize and declutter things in their daily life. Some go on and take decluttering courses. It's just important that you're working and strengthening that muscle in some way, and that will help you and motivate you towards your packing light goal. Okay. So do those 3 things today. Start doing those. And yes, you will start to build up your confidence. Oh, so much fun happening in the chat. Okay. All right. So if you want, let me hide that. Now, if you feel like you could use some extra help and you want some extra guidance and you like the way that I teach, I do have 2 things for you to check out. Okay. So if you go to that site that page that I mentioned before to get the packing tracker, herpackinglist.com/pro, you can see all the offers that I am talking about right now today. And I'm just going to quickly mention them, but I do have 2 things that can help you. So I have a carry-on only crash course. It is only $27 and it will help you to, reach your carry-on goals. So it's like a 5-video training, and you get extra resources. You can do this in an afternoon, basically. So if you're leaving on a trip soon and you just want some extra help, this can help guide you. All right. But if you really, really want to flip your concept of packing on its head and go super small, I'm telling you, when you attempt to do this in this course, you won't find carry-on to be hard. All right. So I am offering you all $30 off my handbag packing masterclass. And this is the class where I teach women how to pack so confidently light they could go for an entire week in a personal item sized bag. All right. I've just launched the self-guided version. I usually do it live, so you have to be available at certain times. But now you can sign up, get access to all the information and resources right after you get into the classroom, but we still have the class community so we can talk with each other and motivate each other and share and learn from each other. It's really great, but it will take you a little bit more time to complete. So give it several weeks before your next trip so you can work through everything. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to share that. Those are available at herpackinglist.com/pro. I'm going to unshare my screen, and that pretty much does it. I think we can open up for some Q&A if we are all ready for that. Okay. Yes. All right. Christy's going to come back soon. Yeah, there we are.
Thank you so much. That was awesome. I feel like I just learned how to downsize. I feel like I'm a carry-on light traveler, but I learned a few tips there, especially the toiletries one is so good. Because that deodorant, you were not using the whole stick. It was ridiculous. So I feel like a changed woman after that. So inspiring and so much good information and so many resources on your site. I put a couple of links in the chat and we'll keep putting them in there so nobody misses that. But we have lots of questions that have come in, so we'll try and do our best to answer all of them. So we can take the first one, who's from Pine Bar. Who's going to Ireland in May, taking a carry-on only for 2.5 weeks, needs suggestions, please.
Well, May. Well, first thing you want to do is you want to look up the weather. What's it going to be at that time of year? I think Ireland's a typically cooler destination. Maybe there's more rain in May as well. So you probably want to just everything I say is always like choose layers, pack in layers, always choose layerable things. Okay. Because if it's cool, if it's rainy, you want to have items that you can wear together to give you that warmth. But if it turns out that the weather's a bit warmer because the weather is crazy these days, you can wear them individually. So stick with lighter layers that you can layer together and probably a packable rain jacket. I'm assuming I've not been to Ireland in May. So the first thing is the weather, but just remember layers, pieces that are versatile. So you don't no more than a 1 week, trip of clothing. Don't need more than that. If you have the right pieces, everything should kind of work with everything else. Okay. All right. So much I could talk about here. If there's anything in particular we could talk about, I could go into more detail on it though.
Yeah, I linked to your packing list for Ireland that you have on your blog and
perfect. Thank you.
Q&A in the chat if anybody wants to grab that. Bree, I don't know, has a question. I want to do carry-on only, looking for a backpack suggestion, 20 liters to go with my carry-on luggage.
To go with my carry-on luggage. Okay. it's not 20 liters. I have this right here so I can show you. This is a 17 liter. Hold on, let me close it. So it's not 20, but it's big enough. This is a pack safe bag. It's 17 liters. I think it's the CX backpack. This, like this, okay, 17 liters, and it does have the ability to slide it over your handle of your carry-on bag. So you can slide it on and sit it on top of the carry-on. And this should fit most laptops, I believe, and it's pack safe. So if you were to carry this around as a day pack on your trip, it has those extra built-in safety features like splash-proof straps and whatnot, and locking clasps. Okay, so I would look at pack safe. I think a lot of people like Lug brand bags as well. I would start with those. But I'm a big fan of pack safe. I have like multiple pack safe bags.
I just realized my
Does that
chat was
help?
in the wrong chat. So sorry, everyone. I'm going to be sending links to you now. So get ready for lots of links.
No worries.
But we will get another question here. Best packing cubes to buy. Do you use packing cubes to pack or no?
Yes. I am a big fan of the compressible packing cubes, especially the ones from Eagle Creek. I've been using their older model of the compressible packing cubes for years. They have kind of rebranded them. I think it's called Packet Isolate now. Eagle Creek Packet Isolate is what it's called, but they're compressible. So if you don't have them full and you're trying to like kind of like squeeze things in a bit more, you can zip it down and it just kind of makes things fit a little bit better. I'm a big fan of those, and also packing cubes that are made of like that super ultra fill nylon type material, so it's lightweight. Yes, that's my recommendation personally.
Amazing. Good suggestion. So I grabbed that link and I dropped it in the chat too. Here's a good question. Do you have set guidelines for shoes?
Oh, okay. It really depends on the trip and the trip length. Generally, I try to pack no more than 2 personally. I think 3 pairs is like a good number for most people. So you would have like your really comfortable walking shoe. You'd have something that dresses you up a bit. And then you would have, it just depends on your activities though, really. And then you would have maybe something else that is more specific to your trip, and what you're going to be doing. But really try to not worry so much about shoes. I know that's really hard to do. Most people aren't going to be looking at you and being like, oh man, she's got the wrong shoes for this. Do the best you can and focus on the trip and the experience rather than like having the best outfit, best looking outfit. So a lot of times it's about maybe not having the perfect pair of shoes for something, but having something that is good enough, something that works well enough.
That's a great answer. And I just put in the chat, no one cares if your outfit repeating. When you're traveling, nobody's paying, and in life, nobody's paying attention.
No one
Probably.
is checking. Yeah, no.
So that's a good rule to live by. Okay, another question we have is, what do you think of travel jackets with lots of pockets from Atlin?
Okay. I know we have a lot of people in my membership who have these jackets, like the Scotty vest jackets, and they can be super handy, especially if you're someone who doesn't like to carry like a handbag. If you prefer to be hands-free and not have to worry about, shoulder strain, that sort of thing. I think they're great for certain situations. Just if you're going to stuff them full and also stuff your bag full and that sort of thing, I'm going to say stay away from them. I'm going to recommend no, but they can be super useful if you use them in moderation, I think. So I don't know if that's kind of answering the question or not, but yeah.
Yeah, great answer. Okay. Can you repeat the code for the handbag masterclass?
Encircled 30. And it is on the page that I've linked up, herpackinglist.com/pro.
Okay.
You can get access to, I linked up the things that I've mentioned. Okay. Yes.
We'll put that in the chat. I also wanted to mention before we answer the next question that we have a discount for attending this at encircled.ca. So we have 15% off anything using code HPL15. So I'm going to drop that in the chat. So that expires in about a week. So you don't feel pressured to buy anything right now. And our team's on live chat and stuff like that throughout the week. So if you have any questions on the best travel items that we can answer, I'm happy to do so, or just send us an email to contact@encircled.ca. Okay, so let's pop to the Q&A again. With Cindy, I wear jeans all the time, even hot weather. Weird, I know. They are super bulky to pack. How do I get away from jeans? And are there any pant options that are flattering and durable like jeans?
Yeah, that's tough. Jeans are difficult, but I have gone on many trips before and have packed jeans. But what I've done is I kind of packed one pair of jeans that I love. And then, so I know that I have a pair of jeans that I feel super comfortable in. And to be honest, I could wear the same pair of jeans over and over again at home and not even worry about it. So I'm going to do the same when I travel, right? So I would still pack the one pair of jeans if that's what you love, maybe one other pair in your bag if you have the room, and then another type of pants that is lighter weight. But also that you like, so that you have another option that you can pack, in emergencies. You might be fine with just the two pairs of jeans, right? But just having that other option, like a leggings or a more packable pants option, is really, key. So don't pack like 5 pairs of jeans. All right, wear one, pack one, and one other pair of pants, and you'll be good. Does that help? What else was part of that question? Was there more I
That was it
needed
for
to?
that question. I think I
Okay.
saw another question come in the chat about washing your clothes. So if you have any tips on that.
I um I really promote getting comfortable with hand washing items as you go. A lot of times you might book a place that actually, maybe your Airbnb has a washing machine and you can take advantage of that. But I plan for having to hand wash things and I think about it in advance. I'm like, well, I'm packing 4 pairs of underwear for a 7-day trip. I'm going to wash them halfway through. And so I've already got that planned in. Get comfortable with some sink washing. All right. It will change your life when it comes to packing light. Change your life when it comes to packing light. All right. But do practice this at home before you go. You want to know how long things take to dry if you think there's things that you're going to have to hand wash and whatnot. Okay. Yeah.
Good tips. And we saw some mentions in the chat about, I think it was True Earth, soak, and a few other products that you can use to wash clothing. I took little wash strips with me recently, which were quite good. So those types of products are super easy to carry on with. And somebody just asked, do you have a sink laundry video? I actually, it's funny. I was washing my clothes in Costa Rica in the sink and I was like, how do you wash clothes in the sink? Like I had a moment where I was like, how am I supposed to do this? Like,
Yeah. Well, I do have a mini course. It's a travel laundry mini course, and it is actually included with the handbag packing masterclass. Or you can buy it individually, but I don't have that link readily available for you at the moment. So yes, there is a mini course, and I kind of walk you through the different types of products that you can use, how to do it, and that sort of thing. So yeah.
Awesome. I will take that course. Okay. Suggestions for men to pack carry-on only. They have less convertible clothes.
I would, again, be comfortable with re-wearing things. Super, super important. But think about, the fabrics, the fabric choices. I do recommend a lot like merino wool, like even t-shirts, even in the summer, because they smell less. They need to be laundered less. So, if get comfortable with re-wearing things, have lighter layerable things that you can mix up your outfits with as well, just like with women. And then also having fabrics that require to be laundered less often, you'll just feel a little bit more confident and more comfortable. But it's totally possible. It's the same concepts. It's having things, everything has to work together with everything else. Lighter layers that you can put together or wear individually to change your look. Key, right? So I don't know, Christy, if maybe that's like a line you need to go down. And then their
Did a men's t-shirt once. It didn't do very well.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, you're like, yep, try that.
Well. I mean, I think you kind of have to launch a whole collection, not just a t-shirt. So, but fair enough. But there are lots of like merino wool menswear, like t-shirts and stuff like that. I think those are great pieces. Again, like they don't retain the stink and smell. So those are great travel pieces as well. Okay, question on, I'm going on a safari and gorilla trekking in Africa in July, limited to 33 pounds, soft-sided luggage. Please advise, from Connie.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so I'm going to say there's so many areas that I could talk about with this. But I'm going to say you probably want to have, even though it would probably be, actually, wait, will that be winter for them there? I'm not sure of the weather at that time of year, but you'll probably still want to have long sleeve and long pants for this sort of trip to protect you from mosquitoes or anything else, and sun. So think about that, but have light fabrics in your outfit that you can layer. Of course, I'm always layering everything that you can layer to protect you and create the warmth or the non-warmth that you need. And I guess, what else would I talk about? Comfortable shoes. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Just focus on your trip. Have the time of your life. So jealous. And maybe focus on, if you have to take up space in your luggage, maybe more of the, like, maybe your medical kit is probably important. Focus on that. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many things without a specific guideline. I can't, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a very specific question. I
Yeah,
linked
it's a
to the blog as well, because you have a bunch of packing lists for Africa, and somebody mentioned Patagonia maximum legal carry-on works well for soft-sided carry-on and has backpack straps. So that's like a suggestion in the chat. So a couple more questions before we wrap up, because we have a few minutes left, and then we're going to do our giveaway for the carry-on kit. And there's a trivia question, so hopefully you've been paying attention. Okay, so what clothes do you fly in, Brooke? I guess it depends on where you're going, but
it always
generally.
depends on the trip and, that sort of thing. But I like to have things that are comfortable. It has to be comfortable for flying like 20 hours from Australia to anywhere. So it has to be comfortable. And I like, obviously, layers, because it gets cold in the plane, but it can be hot in the airport. So I like to have some sort of top. I usually go with something that's like a little bit longer, like more of a tunicky top, and like stretchy pants. Comfortable pants. So you can do the dressy sweatpants. Those would be super comfortable for flying. And then I have like a cardigan, or a wrap. No matter the weather, I will always have that as part of my travel outfit. And I generally wear a scarf of some sort that I can snuggle up in if it's just really cold, or, I just want to, like, throw it over my head and pretend like no one else is around me. Like, whatever. Yes. So comfortable. That's my style right there. Like a tunic, a cardigan, a scarf, and some comfortable pants. So yeah.
Yeah, I have a very similar outfit formula. I love a legging with pockets. When I travel, I wear dressy leggings. I often do like a t-shirt, a longer t-shirt, layered with like some sort of jacket. Sometimes I dress a track jacket, or like our wrap up, our twist top that you're wearing actually is one of my favorites to travel with as well. And then a comfortable pair of sneakers, or my heaviest shoes are like my go-tos as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. That's a good point. Comfortable shoes or your heaviest shoes. So
Yeah.
depends on what you're doing.
Yeah, totally. Lots of people
Mm,
can't stay for a bit longer. We're doing the giveaway in like 2 minutes. So if you can hang on, it's going to be a trivia question, and the first person who answers it in the chat is going to win a carry-on kit with the Chrysalis Cardi. Where somebody asked the first item that we mentioned in your presentation, the 8-in-1 piece, that's called the Chrysalis Cardi. That's on our website at encircled.ca. It should be, I put a link into the chat for Brooke's kind of favorite pieces. I'll do it again, just so you can see it's in that collection. And a couple last questions I'll get that are a little bit more encircled. So dressy sweatpants on a long overnight flight. Yes, they're great. They feel like pajamas. So highly recommend those. Materials that we use in our products, it really depends. So Encircled, we make everything in Toronto, Canada, locally, if you're not aware. So everything's made about 50 kilometers from our office. And we use only naturally derived certified fabrics. So everything is For the most part, most of our collection right now is a hybrid of tensile modal and tensile lyocell. The Evolve top is made from that, the Chrysalis cardi. So it's kind of a semi-natural fiber that's been reconstituted in a very eco-friendly way, very resilient. We have a little bit of bamboo in our collection, a little bit of organic cotton, some merino wool, some linen in the summer. So mostly natural fibers, very breathable, very versatile. And yeah, we try and make everything soft. That's like mandatory.
Yeah.
I won't allow uncomfortable clothes in our collection,
it's
period.
all
So,
super soft and looks great. Like the drape is always wonderful. Yeah.
yeah, I'm all about that
Nice.
drape. So I think we got all the questions. So if you have any other questions that we haven't answered about products, you can email us. I'm going to put the email, contact@encircled.ca, or if you hop on tomorrow morning, we'll be on live chat on our website, or you can DM us. Our Instagram is, we'll put it in here, Instagram. Not used to typing out these links in full. Encircled_, and Brooke, your Instagram is her packing list, right?
Yes, correct.
So let me just put that in here too, so you can give Brooke a follow as well. And warning, we're going to do the giveaway now for the carry-on packing kit. So that features the Evolve top, which is the 8-in-1 top with the Chrysalis cardi and the dressy sweatpants in your preferred size and color. We'll send you a gift card, so you can just purchase it online and take that on your next adventure. So I'm excited. So I'm going to put I guess, are we going to do the trivia question? I guess I can read it out. And then basically the first person to answer the correct answer in the chat wins. So,
get your fingers ready, everyone.
Oh, I'm sorry. This may go to the fastest typer. I feel like I would not win this. I'm so slow. Okay. Brooke talked about this in her presentation. And the question is, what is the maximum amount of clothing you should pack for a trip?
Oh my gosh, I think someone answered before you even finished.
I love that.
Did you see that? Wow.
Okay, we're gonna have
I think I saw on my end, it might have been Tammy.
I think somebody got it before I even finished my sentence.
I know.
Tammy.
Tammy. Yeah. I saw that pop up. I was like, oh, she's like reading my mind.
Yeah, so Tammy, if you can email us at contact@encircled.ca, that's probably easiest because we don't want you to put your public email in here. Congrats, Tammy. Or if you can send it to us through the private chat, there's a way to send just to host and panelists. You can also send your email that way, or just email us and we will get back to you tomorrow and coordinate all the details so you can take that with you on your next adventure. I'm so excited for you to have that. So amazing. So as we wrap up, I just want to remind everybody this was recorded. So there's a recording available, which we will send out as well if you want to share with your friends. We have the 15% off HPL 15 at encircled.ca on anything on the site for the next week. We have Encircled 30, which is $30 off her Packing Pro stuff. We put the link there as well. We'll send it out in the presentation. And yeah, mostly Brooke, thank you so much for your time. It's been lovely to spend this hour with you, and thank you everybody in the chat for all your enthusiasm and comments. It's such a vibrant community, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. Any last words?
Thank you. No, thank you so much for inviting me to do this talk. Yeah, it's really good. I'm glad that we finally got to like work this out and do this together. We've been working together for so long. We haven't done like the live thing. So yeah, but thank you everyone for tuning in. Yes, if you have any other questions, comments, concerns, you can email me, brooke@herpackinglist.com. Okay.
Right.
Find me there.
Thank you, Brooke. Thanks everyone. Good night.
Thank you. Bye.